ready? All of you ready out there?
Yeah.
You have a place to stand or sit opposite where you're sitting uh, when you change places. Okay. So I'll do some relaxation breathing with you to begin with, and then go on from there. And before we start, if you don't know what to work with, think about something that's actually up for you in your life now. Maybe you have financial worries or insecurities. A lot of people do right now because we don't really know what's going to happen with the economy. Maybe you're in a relationship issue. If you're in a relationship, it's pretty frequent that we're in relationship issues. So remember, if it's a relationship issue, the other person is not the demon. It's your reaction to them that you're going to work with. So just feel like what's up for me right now. Let's say you just had a difficult conversation with a colleague. Work with that feeling in you that comes up around that conversation, not the colleague. Okay, so let's get started. We'll do some breathing first, and we'll do this whole process with our eyes closed as much as possible. If you need to open them a little bit to change places, that's not a problem, but it will help you to stay in the visualization if you have your eyes closed. And I'll close my eyes also. So begin by breathing into any physical tension that you're holding in your body. Breathe into that physical tension. Imagine the breath hooks it and it rides out on the out breath, on the exhalation. Breathe in to physical tension. Then let it go with the exhale. Now notice any emotional tension that you're holding. Feel where you're holding emotional tension in your body. Breathe into that. The breath hooks it and it rides out on the out breath. Now notice any mental tension, any thoughts, worries, concerns that you're holding. Feel where you're holding mental tension in your body. Breathe into it. And let it go with the out breath. And now take a moment to generate the motivation for doing the practice, generating the motivation to do it for the benefit of all beings everywhere. And now take a moment to think about what you want to work with today, what's up for you. And don't be afraid to use something that's pretty charged. If it feels too charged and too scary, choose something else. But most of our demons are much more dangerous when we're not working with them than when we are feeding them. So think about what's pulling on you right now, what's taking your energy. And now thinking about the demon that you chose, perhaps thinking about an incident in which it came up strongly, or perhaps it's up for you right now. In either case, thinking about it, scan your body and notice, where do I hold this most strongly in my body? Where am I holding it? Thinking about an incident when you were really feeling it. And notice where in your body you're holding that most strongly. Then bring your attention to that place in your body. If this were to have a shape inside your body, what shape would it be? If it were to have a color, what color would it be? What's its consistency or texture like? Consistency does it have? What is its temperature? What is its temperature like? Now intensify that feeling with its shape, its color, its texture, and its temperature. Your whole attention to it. And now imagine that shape with its color, texture, temperature, and shape moves out of your body. And if it's helpful, you can take your hands and make a gesture of it moving out of your body and place it in front of you and allow it to take shape, to be personified as a being with arms and legs, a face. Notice its size. How big is it? Notice its color. Does it have a gender? What is the density of its body like? What is the temperature of its body? What is the surface of its skin like? Surface of its body, what's that like? Notice the look in its eyes. You look into its eyes. What do you see? What is its emotional state right now? What is its emotional state? What kind of character does it have in general? What's its character like? Now notice something about it that you didn't see before. Notice something new that you didn't see before now about it. And now we're going to ask it the 3 questions. I'll give them to you one at a time, and then you can ask them out loud or under your breath, depending on the situation you're in. What do you want? What do you really need? How will you feel if you get what you really need? How will you feel if you get what you really need? And now get up and change places and move to sitting or standing facing where you're sitting now. The moment to change places. And once you have changed places, take a moment to come into the body of the demon. How does it feel to be that size? What gender? That density, to have that kind of character, to be in that emotional state. Take a moment to really come into that body. And notice how it feels. And then look at your normal self in front of you and notice what your normal self looks like from the demon's point of view. And now we'll answer those questions, being in the body of the demon. I'll give you the beginning of each answer, and then you repeat the beginning and then finish the response. What I want is what I really need is if I get what I really need, I will feel. If I get what I really need, I will feel. And remember the answer to that third question. I get what I really need, I'll feel. And now come back into your original seat, leaving the demon there. As you come back into your own body, take a moment, come back into your own body, and see the demon in front of you again. A moment to come back. Keeping your eyes closed, see the demon in front. Now your own body gradually dissolves, and it dissolves into nectar. The quality of that nectar is the feeling the demon will have when it gets what it really needs. And the quality is the answer to the third question. How will you feel if you get what you really need? Your body dissolves. Notice the color of the nectar that it dissolves into. And the quality is that answer to the third question. And the nectar begins to flow toward the demon, and the demon is able to take it in, be nurtured by it. It maybe drinks it, it may absorb it through its body somehow. Just offer the nectar and notice how your demon takes it in. And the nectar has that color, it's taking in that color and that feeling. There's an infinite quantity of nectar. It's taking it in. A huge amount of nectar. Gradually, it's becoming satisfying. That's what's happening as it's becoming satisfied. And now it's completely satisfied. Notice if there's a being that remains there when it's completely satisfied. If there's a being that remains, ask that being, are you the ally? It may be and it may not be. So just ask it, are you the ally? If it is, we'll work with that. If it said no, or if the demon dissolved completely and there was no being that remained, invite the ally to appear. Invite the ally to appear. Once the ally has appeared, or if the ally remains at the end of the feeding, notice the size of the ally. How big is it? Does the ally have a gender? What's the density of the ally's body? What's the surface of its body like, or what clothes is it wearing? What kind of clothes and what color clothes? If it's not wearing clothes, what's the color? What's the look in the ally's eyes? What's the ally's character like? And now notice something about the ally that you didn't notice before. And now we'll ask the ally some questions. I'll give them to you one at a time, and then you ask. How will you help me? How will you protect me? What is your pledge to me? How can I access you? And now change places, keeping your eyes closed as much as possible, and become the ally. Take a moment to come into the ally's body, seeing your normal self in front of you. Feel what it's like to be that size, that gender, density, to have that kind of character, be that emotional state. And look at your normal self from the ally's point of view. And now we'll answer those questions one at a time. I'll give you the beginning of each answer. Repeat that and then finish it. I will help you by help you. I will protect you by my pledge to you is pledge to you is you can access me by Then now come back into your original seat and see the ally in front of you again. Keep your eyes closed as much as possible. And see the ally in front of you. Come back into your own body. Take a moment to feel your own body, become embodied. See the ally in front. And you notice from the ally's eyes is coming tremendous beneficial energy. And that energy is pouring into you, pouring into your whole body. And you really feel that happening. And now imagine that the ally dissolves into light. The ally dissolves into light. And notice the color of that light. And then that light moves toward you and enters into your body. And then spreads through your whole body. So it's like a bath of light for all your cells. A luminous path. And it goes all the way down to the trunk of your body, to legs, and into your toes. And goes out from your trunk, through your arms and fingers, ends of your fingers. Beautiful luminosity spreads. And up to the trunk of your body, through your neck, into your head. And just notice the feeling of this light in your body. Bathed in that color, in that luminosity. And now your own body with the integrated energy of the ally also dissolves. And you just rest in what's ever present after that dissolution. Just rest. No need to do anything. Just dissolve and rest. And then come back into your body, keeping the feeling of the energy of the ally in your body. Recalling that energy and stabilizing it in a way you can recall it later. And then gradually open your eyes And as you open your eyes, keep an awareness of the feeling of the energy of the allione in your body. Look around a little bit, keeping the feeling of the allione, that light, that color in your body. Thank you.